In a small American town lived a young boy named Ethan, quiet and humble, with old worn-out sneakers that looked almost ready to fall apart. Yet inside him burned a determination that no one around him truly understood. Every day after school, while other kids played video games or hung out at the local park, Ethan would head straight to the dusty school track, running laps until sunset, his sweat-dripping lungs burning, yet his focus never breaking. Kids teased him relentlessly. "Hey, vintage boy, need new shoes? Try running without them. Might be faster." But Ethan never responded. He just smiled lightly and kept running because he wasn't practicing for applause. He was building something inside himself. He often remembered his late father's words. "You don't stop when you're tired. You stop when you're done." Those words became Ethan's heartbeat. One afternoon, he slipped badly on the track, scraping his knees, leaving him bleeding and hurting. For a moment, he just sat there, staring at the ground, pain stinging through his leg and eyes filling with frustrated tears. Nobody was watching, nobody cheering, just silence. But that silence reminded him of his father, and he stood up, wiped the blood, and continued running, even though every step hurt. Weeks later, the annual town race arrived, the biggest youth event of the year. Kids came in branded running shoes, sports outfits, confident and energized. Parents cheering from the stands, banners waving, music blaring. Ethan looked different. An oversized shirt, simple shorts, and those taped-up sneakers. But his eyes held something the others didn't. Calm confidence. At the starting line, people whispered, "He's not ready. Poor kid will be last." But Ethan didn't hear them. He was in his own world. When the whistle blew, the runners burst forward. And as expected, Ethan fell behind first. Parents and spectators shook their heads, thinking it was predictable. But Ethan wasn't focusing on their expectations. As he ran, his body recalled every practice, every tired evening, every painful step. His breathing steadied, his pace increased. Slowly, he passed the last runner, then another, and the whisper in the crowd faded, replaced by murmurs of surprise. Ethan's stride grew stronger. He wasn't running against boys anymore. He was running against doubt itself. In the last stretch, 2 kids were ahead, but Ethan inhaled deeply, remembering, "You stop when you're done." And then he sprinted with everything he had left, not just strength, but heart. His feet pounded the track as he pushed forward and crossed the finish line first. For a moment, the entire stadium froze, stunned. Then applause erupted, loud and full. People didn't see a boy with old shoes anymore. They saw a boy with unstoppable perseverance. A coach approached him and asked, "How did you win? With those shoes? With so many doubting you?" Ethan smiled, still catching his breath, and said, "Shoes don't win races." "Not giving up does?" Then he added, "I may not be the strongest kid, but I'm the kid who refuses to quit." Those words stuck with everyone who heard them. The other kids came over, shaking his hand, sharing respect instead of mockery. At school, the teasing stopped. People greeted him differently. Not with jokes, but with admiration. Because Ethan's victory was more than a race. It was proof that in life you don't need the best circumstances, you don't need expensive equipment, you don't need everyone's support, you just need a heart that doesn't quit. His story became a quiet reminder to everyone who saw it. Success isn't about never failing. It's about never stopping. Winners aren't always the fastest or the strongest. Sometimes they're simply the ones who refuse to give up.